I'm Tristan with the LLC office, and I'm here with Bart Tibbs. So first question is, who are you, Bart?
Well, job-wise at the university, I am the Assistant Director of Admissions for Transfer, Outreach, and Recruitment. I've been at Missouri State now for 25 and a half years. So yeah, starting to get up some time with that. I've had various positions on campus as the hall director, then into the admissions office as admissions counselor, and then some supervisory roles. So,
Where were you the hall director?
What was at that time it was called New Hall, and it is now called Hutchins House, and also Kentwood Hall, which is our traditionally now our residence hall for students.
Awesome, cool. So if I wanted to get to know you, what's something that I would need to know?
I'm always in for Chinese food, white cake donuts with sprinkles, and spending time with family.
Okay, so food and family.
Yeah, and I mean it is a bonus if when I have family time that there is a white, donut or a Chinese dinner available too. So that would be a bonus.
Oh, nice. So what's like a course that you struggled with in college?
It's actually very easy. The one that always sticks out in my head was your basic college algebra. College algebra and I were just not pals at all. We didn't like each other. We still really don't care to be around each other at all. But it was definitely college algebra. It basically ate my breakfast. Came back for lunch and showed up for dinner sometimes. Hated it, but got through it. But it did take a lot of time with like the tutoring offices. And I guess on the bright side, I met some really nice tutors.
Well, good. And if you had to go back to your past self and tell them anything, what would you tell yourself?
Be sure to have your final transcript from your college sent to Missouri State University so you can register for your following semester classes. There's a public announcement for everybody. But say, don't necessarily, you don't have to try to please everybody or do something just because someone asked you to do that. Look for those things that you really enjoy, that you're passionate about, and just jump in them, because part of that experience you need at the university is the involvement. And for transfer students, sometimes that's hard because not everyone's coming traditionally from a 2-year college, or even transferring from a 4-year. Some of them are coming in after being out of school for several years. Maybe they have a family, a full-time job. But still, you need to try to make some of those connections, no matter how small, with some of those organizations in your career area, in your major, because it will be beneficial for you just for the networking, but also allows you to meet some of the other individuals who have some of those same interests. So I think that's very important.
That's very, very good advice. And I guess we'll make this more specific to transfer students. Do you have any advice for them as they start to register for spring classes?
Actually, yes. What you want to make sure you do is be sure to know when you can register for classes, just because we do a sequenced registration. And the beauty of Missouri State for those coming in would be, we're basing your registration on the number of credit hours you've completed, even if you're still at your other college. So that's important for students to know, that they need to make sure they meet with that academic advisor, get that appointment set up with the advisor, so that when it comes time to register, you're ready to go. I think the other thing is be prepared when you're going to meet your advisor. Don't rely on them to plan your path for you. Take some responsibility in that, and know what classes you need to get into, and also some of the ones you maybe want to get into for various reasons. You're interested in that area, you want to just try it out, or maybe a class sounds fun. You always wanted to try it. So, be prepared for that. And just a little more insight on me, the first generation student. And so, when I was in school, they gave me a catalog, a physical catalog of all the classes, and told you these are the classes you need to take throughout your career at the university. I said, well, okay. So I got my catalog. I used first year and just kind of threw it away. We didn't cycle much then. But so I didn't know that catalog was supposed to stay with me all 4 years or 5, depending on your plan. And so, yeah, I had no idea some of those things that most students know, that, hey, don't throw that away.
You heard it here, folks. Print out your schedule and don't throw it away. If someone had a bad first half of the semester, what would you say to them to help them kind of make up for it in the second half?
I'd say identify those areas that may be taking away from your study time. Coming into a new university, there's a lot of distractions that you may not have had at your prior institution. There's a lot of things that take your time away from activities outside the classroom to, if you're living in a residence hall, eating in the dining center and spending an hour there talking, or just, I know a lot of students very interested in gaming or social media. There both are with the social media and such. So just look for those areas that can just steal your time away and identify that. Then you can put some controls on that for you. I think also finding that place that, that you feel comfortable in to study. Your bed is not the place to study. Find a desk. If it's the kitchen table, get those distractions away, be able to focus. And please don't forget to make contact with your professors if you're having difficulty in a particular class. They're there to help you. Don't let all the letters behind their name intimidate you. They're there because they want to help you and tell you and show you all the things that that they enjoy with that. So that's would be my focus.
So if you had to recommend a place that wasn't your bed to study, where's your favorite place to study?
It would be somewhere away, the library. I like little nooks and crannies, and where I can kind of isolate myself. But that's just the way I have to do that, because I'm distracted. So right now, when I have to read something for work or concentrate, I got to put my phone away. I've got to, I can't have a TV on in the background. I've got to concentrate. So I think that's important, to find that area where you can concentrate. So yeah, I think the library was a good place. Or if you're in the residence halls, your room, or they have study rooms available too.
Gotcha. So if you had to say not on campus, what your favorite place is, where's your favorite place in Springfield?
Oh, that's easy. The 1984 arcade.
Yes.
Basically, vintage everyone else except me. Video games, corporate type video games that all inclusive. Basically, pay at the door, go out and have fun. Great place. You see people from all ages, from little kids, even when I say little, maybe 12-year-old coming in with birthday parties because their mom or dads loved the experience when they were younger, and so they're passing it along to their kids. But it's a good time, and the bonus part of that is sometimes you can get your initials on the game, so which that's I guess. So if your game of choice would be Robotron.
I was just about to ask that. I was going to say, if Bart's name was to get on the wall, what game would it be for?
That would probably be the only one.
Okay, mine is Asteroids.
I've never been that good at asteroids.
That's my favorite one. I can just keep going on it. Awesome. So what do you think is a resource on campus that not a lot of people know about?
I would say student employment office. I get a lot of questions about, can I get a job on campus or off campus? The question or the answer is yes. That student employment office is a great resource for you. Check it out online. You can they will post or not classes, but they will post jobs available on campus. They have sections where you can find off-campus jobs too. So it is a valuable resource for you to look at. And I believe they have some filters on there. So be sure you look at those filters, because if there's a job opening on the West Plains campus, that's a long commute. You don't want to do that. So just make sure that you're working on campus or in Springfield. I think they're having on there for the day on campus, but again, beware looking for that. But yeah, I think that's a great resource that a lot of students may not know about. It can be very helpful for them.
That's a great recommendation. It's the first time someone's recommended that, so that's a good one. Okay, the last big one is, what do you do during office hours? What are those about?
Well, for me, my office hours, I'm staff, not faculty, so my office hours are pretty much 8 to 5. So as you can see now, this is not my state office here, but during my office hours, a lot of email, working with our staff in the admissions office. We're fortunate in the fact that we interact with departments from all across campus, whether it's an academic department, residence life, financial aid, and many more, just to try to stay up on what's going on around campus, because we get all those questions. We're that general knowledge base for the university. So if someone doesn't know, they have a tendency to call the admission. It's just for we can't get it all, but that's part of the fun of it too. It's, you never know what's going to come over the phone or through that email, or questions wise coming through the door too. In case you wonder, the registrar's office is on the 3rd floor. So
Third
we
floor.
get that a lot. Of Carrington Hall.
Okay. Cool. So I guess the big thing is like a transfer student, what would they come to Bart for?
A lot of the things that I get are people wondering how the class going to transfer specific, or how my class is going to transfer. And I will show them how to get to our equivalency guide. If we're in a Zoom, I can share that with them and show them that whole process to do that. And so they can see right then how a class is going to transfer before they even take it, if they want to do it that way. Some of it's also just reiterating that, the transfer process, it's a big change for them, but that's okay. It's okay to be nervous. Everybody is nervous when they transfer to a university. Heck, I think everybody's a little bit nervous coming back if they were here the year before and starting that first day of classes. There's always some, good in there, but that's just the fun part of life, I think, with that. But again, just reassuring what they're making a good decision, helping them with a resource on campus. That's a big deal. They want to know, if I have problems, where can I go? What should I do? A lot of what I do is connected with their academic advisors too, because we don't advise at all in the admissions office, but we do have, I think, some great working relationships with our academic advising personnel all across campus. They're always very interested in this list of advisors who are there for transfer. They're just like, really? I said, yeah. So we take our students very seriously. I think we try to really provide them services and help them make that transition to Missouri State. We want them to acclimate as quickly as possible, just like we want them to feel like they've always been here. So it's a good job.